Hi, this is Rich Christakes with my Chicagoland Garden. I want to talk to you a little bit today about planting a shade garden bed and some of the myths and some of the things you can do, whether you know it or not, that you might be told that you can't. So I designed and planted this shade bed probably about 6 weeks ago. What I did is I used a lot of Divine New Guinea impatiens, which is great for the shade. It's a great impatiens walleriana replacement. I used a lot of vegetative coleus. I used some great ferns. This is a Japanese painted fern and some coral bells to have some perennials in here, as well as some hydrangeas, Japanese maple that's great for the shade, a 9-bark shrub that works great in the shade, an Annabelle hydrangea, a little lime hydrangea, and this is a quick fire hydrangea tree. Now, all of these are really good for the shade. We've got our shade New Guinea impatiens in the back for some color, but what you're probably wondering is, why are there petunias planted in front of here and some alyssum, and we've got some shade cloth above here, so we know that this has been in the shade, yet these are thriving really, really well. Well, the thing about this bed is that this is east is that way and west is that way. So in the afternoon, it's going to get about 3 o'clock. It's still going to get enough sunlight for these supertunias to actually perform really well in the bed. And obviously they filled in really nicely. We're feeding them. If these aren't getting all day, full day sun, they're mixing and meshing well with these other shade plants, and you've got your vegetative lobularia or vegetative alyssum, and in here that's coming through really nicely. Usually alyssum during the summertime. Right now it's the June 18th, so it's getting yesterday was 98 degrees here, and it's going to be in the 90s again today. Yet this alyssum is still thriving really well in the shade. And supertunias, which is typically known as a sun plant, again, it's thriving in the shade. So these are some of the things you can actually break and bend the rules, and I wanted to prove that point, and here we are. This is Rich Christakes with my Chicagoland Garden.